In this lesson, we're going to be looking at translating word equations. In our last lesson, we learned the terms related to chemical equations like reactants, products, yields, and etc. Here we're going to learn a few more. We often indicate in the equation physical states of reactants and products by using the following symbols. We have an S, an L, a G, and an AQ. And on the right side, that stands for solid, liquid, gas, or dissolved in water or aqueous solution. In this lesson, we will extend our learning by translating word equations into unbalanced equations. Yikes, word problem. Yep, this is where we will use what we learned earlier with nomenclature, so if you forget, go back and look those over. The chart on the next page is what we're going to refer back to, and it was a resource in Marking Period 2, and it looks like this. So keep that in mind, print it out if you need help with translating. We'll practice writing the unbalanced equations for reactions. Then in the lessons we'll discuss systematic procedures for balancing equations later on. Here's an example. Identify the reactants and products and write the unbalanced equation for this equation. Hydrogen gas and oxygen gas react with each other to form liquid water. From this information about the reactants and products, we can write the equation for the reaction. Hydrogen gas contains diatomic molecules and is represented as H2. Diatomic, what's that? Remember, some elements always appear as Siamese twins when they stand alone. They always form two atoms together when joined with no other elements, just themselves. And I came up with the mnemonic called Hankelbreath, which means hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and fluorine stand alone as Siamese twins in a chemical equation. So always include that subscript of a 2. And is represented by a plus sign. Oxygen gas contains diatomic molecules and is represented as O2. Form means yield and is represented by the arrow. Liquid water is represented by H2O. So, hydrogen gas contains diatomic molecules and is represented as H2. Oxygen gas contains diatomic molecules and is represented by O2. Forms yields means yield and is represented by an arrow. Liquid water is represented by H2O. Hydrogen gas and oxygen gas react with each other to form liquid water. So the unbalanced equation is H2 is hydrogen, O2, the G is gas, the and is a plus sign, the oxygen is O2, gas is G, forms is the arrow, and liquid is the L, and W is the water. We also have react with, which can be the plus sign as well. Here's another example. When solid potassium reacts with water, the products are hydrogen gas and potassium hydroxide. The latter remains dissolved in water. So this is what it would look like. You would get reactants and products and write the equation so that you get solid potassium, which is K, with the S after it. Liquid water is written as H2O. Hydrogen gas contains diatomic H2, and potassium hydroxide dissolved in water is KOH. Now here's the unbalanced equation. K is solid plus H2O yields H2 gas plus KOH aqueous. Potassium reacts liquid, water, hydrogen, hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, dissolved in water is AQ. Solid magnesium metal reacts with liquid water to form solid magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Two reactants, magnesium and water. Products, magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. It exists as H2. Magnesium hydroxide is the combination of Mg plus 2 and the anion OH, so you get the formula MgOH2. Here's the solution. It looks like this. Good luck.